Well, this is from the second quarter of the draw. As you can see, former world champions Hoki and Kobayashi already through to the second round.
It's the men's doubles featuring the number 7 seeds from Denmark, Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen, and their opponents from Germany, Mark Lamsfuss and Marvin Seidel.
Well, this should be an intriguing matchup. Former European champions against reigning European champions. It is the Danes, Astrup and Rasmussen, who are the seeds. They're the number 7 seeds. And they have been semi-finalists 2 years ago. The reigning European champions, Lamsfuss and Seidel. Well, powerful pair, both very tall athletes, as you can see. So this will be a 15th meeting between these two pairs, and the Danes lead 10-4 of the previous 14. But as you could see, the last time they met, it was the Germans who won in 3 games. That was at the Indian Open earlier this year.
Okay, thank you.
So I think the Danes have chosen ends. So the left-handed Kim Astrup turned 31 earlier this month, in fact 8 days ago. Born in Herning and currently number 7 on the world rankings, but did spend a total of 5 weeks across 3 different spells, so very short periods of time at number 5. Anders Rasmussen turned 34 last month, and he's from Odda, which is about 20 kilometers south of Aarhus, making their 10th consecutive appearance as a pair at the All England Championships. And as I was saying, semi-finalists 2 years ago. Also quarter-finalists last year, where incidentally they were also the number 7 seeds. This is Mark Lamsfuss, who will turn 29 next month, from Wipperfjord in the North Rhine region. Lives though in Saarbrücken. I said they were tall. 186 is just over 6'1". And they went down 1 place in the world rankings published earlier today, down to 16. Have been as high as 11. Marvin Seidel is 27 from Budweiler near Saarbrücken, and he's just about 6'3", so they really are tall athletes. 6 consecutive All England appearance for the reigning European champions. 1 quarter-final, that was back in 2019. So our court officials from Brazil, Fabio Lopez, our umpire, and the service judge from Switzerland.
Red to play.
Normally I'm sweating quite a lot, so I might have to use the quick door.
Marvin Seidel just saying to the umpire that he's perspiring heavily, so players are allowed to very quickly towel down in between rallies. But it is at the discretion of the umpire. Must ask for permission first.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Marvin Seidel and Mark Lamsfuss, Germany. And on my left, Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen, Denmark. Marvin Seidel served to Anders Rasmussen, love all, play.
So it is the reigning European champions, Lamsfuss and Seidel, getting this match underway against the former European champions and number 7 seeds, Astrup and Rasmussen, Denmark. Now,
Heading on to the
immediately the
Over.
drift coming into play.
Love.
Only court in action at the moment, the other 3 courts in between matches. Oh, he's missed it.
Serves over, 1-all. Change.
Well, I have a feeling, Chris, this is going to be a fairly tense encounter.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I mean, I know the stats favour the Danes with head-to-heads, but the last meeting the Germans did win, and quite often it's been a very competitive game. I think they're very well matched, and I'm hoping it's going to be a very exciting game.
Yeah, and I think it niggles the Danes that they consider themselves the best pair in Europe at the moment, but they're not the European champions. The Germans are, and I think playing against the reigning champions, they want to try and prove a point. But likewise, the European champions want to stamp their authority and say, well, the world needs to pay attention to us because we are the best pair in Europe. So I think this could be quite intense.
Yeah, and as you said, it's currently Europe's 2 best men's doubles pairs playing each other at the All England, which is possibly, Europe's biggest tournament. So it's quite a spin on that serve.
Yeah, they do use the tumble serve a lot.
It was unbelievable, this. Oh, I couldn't quite catch it, but it was the amount it was spinning when Kim struck it. He almost struck the feathers.
Yeah, tumbled that one too.
I would say Marvin has one of the best tumble serves there is. He can make it spin so much. It's very impressive. He's obviously spent a long time practicing that, but it's so hard to return it.
Yeah, Badminton, the German coach, is of Danish birth and nationality, so that will add to the intrigue as well. Yeah, well put away.
5-3.
Both pairs have their really set, favoured roles, with Mark being the rear court player, Marvin being the net man, Kim being the net player, and Anders being the rear court player, and trying to get that way around with their favoured positions.
That's a good smash from Lamsfuss.
So the last 4 rallies, the Danes have struggled to get the attack, and the Germans have. A lot of it stemmed from the first 3 shots. They're struggling with Marvin's tumble serve, because here Kim's really off balance, lift, I think it's to the front line, and Mark's got a great attack. He hits it steep and he hits it hard.
Yeah, there's the tumble again causing trouble. Yeah.
That's the thing, once again, it all stems from the first 3 shots, because it ended up with the Danes in trouble having to lift.
7
You know, that was very, very impressive from Marvin there. He did an incredible serve, and then Kim's return was tight, but he read it, and he's on it, and then from there, they're in so much trouble.
So it's 6 straight points now for the Germans. Oh, that's well taken from Seidel.
8-3.
And that's the thing there, when Kim's in trouble, he's got to push it past Marvin and in front of Mark. He's got to find the space in between. If he plays it too soft, Marvin can just stay at the front of the court and be really aggressive, as he did, and he put it away incredibly well.
7 straight points. Just proves how important the serves is in the doubles discipline.
We had a nice,
wonderful run.
We had a nice close-up there of Marvin when he was serving, and you can see the angle he has the shuttle at to create that spin. I mean, this is very difficult to do. If you catch this wrong, the shuttle can go anywhere.
Yeah, he slices underneath it. Yeah. Wonderful images.
And I mean, look at that. You've got men's doubles pair that are ranked, you know, top 10 in the world, having to lift the return of serve. You will never see that. But at the moment, because Marvin's returning, he's serving so well, the Danes are feeling like they have no other option.
9 straight points. Make that 10 straight points from 1-3 down to the mid-game interval with an 11-3 advantage. Lamsfuss and Seidel. Absolutely extraordinary. Only 6 minutes. Now they'll speak in English. Let's see if we can listen in.
Yeah, just a winner. Okay. Yeah. Very well. Gute Herren von hinten auch, ne, immer wieder. Ja. Ja, genau. Simpelthen ikke bolde over til at...
Men så skub den igennem, og så klar til at få den næste, eller bare spille den flade. Spil langt nok frem.
31, 20 seconds.
Kom så her.
31, 20 seconds.
I think the big thing there, the Danes literally, I think 2 rallies they had the attack in the first half, and it all stemmed from really struggling with Marvin's serve. They've really got to find a way to deal with Marvin's serve at the moment, and they have to get on the attack. Much better return there from Anders, and then a good finish.
That's been long.
Serves over, 12-4.
Not really seeing any rallies, are we? Such an influence on the serve.
And I would say that's the big thing, the point you made. We've seen no rallies. I don't feel the Danes have settled, and because they haven't settled at the moment, the Germans are feeling quite comfortable. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing. The Danes, for me, they need to have a rally so that they settle and they feel good, so that they can move the shuttle around.
One goes wrong.
Serves over, 13-5.
Well, it's Seidel to serve again. Will the Danes be able to cope with it a little better than they did with that run of 10 straight points? Yeah, that didn't have so much tumble on it, did it?
This is the one problem that Marvin does have, because he slices the shuttle so much. It's very hard to flick. So I feel like Anders is now being more confident with his return in regards to he's not worried about the flick, which is the right thing, because they have to find a solution. If they're constantly hitting up, I mean, here again, they just got maybe a bit fortunate there, but I just don't feel that the Danes can't win this if they're just defending. The Germans are phenomenal in the attack. They're one of the only few pairs that managed to actually get through when Watanabe was playing men's doubles and he played Avendo, it was the Russians and the Germans were one of the only two pairs that actually defeated them because their attack is that good.
Long of the back line, forced to defend.
8-13.
Definitely say at the moment both pairs are struggling a little bit with the defence in regards to feel comfortable to move the shuttle around and defend. It's just a bit edgy, and I think it's, you know, just going back to the point you made, Jill, we've not really had one proper rally.
Oh, that came off the frame of Kim Astrup's racket.
9-13.
Oh, almost got in each other's way. Lovely, lovely attacking play by the German pair.
14, change, 9.
That could have been nasty.
I think Kim did, did incredibly well to get maybe one or two of those shots back, but the difficult thing is he's just reacting when he's defending. He's not being able to guide the shuttle where he wants to put the Germans in trouble. He's just getting it back at the moment. And the Germans do have an incredible attack, but they've got to find a way of getting the Germans off balance so their attack isn't as dangerous.
Gets the lucky net cord.
15-9. Kim Astrup challenges call in.
Well, I think this is a desperation challenge, to be honest. Oh my goodness, it's way out.
Correction out.
How on earth was that called in?
Serves over.
I think maybe the speed of the shot was too much for the line judge to catch.
Play.
Another one way long of the back line.
That's the thing, it was a good block from Kim. It wasn't an incredible block, it was just a good block there. Taking it early to get the lift, and as long as the Germans are below the tape and they're having it up, I mean, that is quite a long way out, but they
are hitting with the drift.
Exactly, but they've not really had to lift yet.
Now, this is a very good comeback by the Danes.
12-15. Play.
That may have been long, you know. That's certainly helped. And now just 2 points in it.
13-15.
Definitely feels like the momentum is switching because the Germans now look quite ruffled. They look stressed, and not long ago they were, I think it was 11-3 up. It was a long, long way.
Oh, good rally. One point in it.
14-15.
9 of the last 11 points. to the Danish pair.
And I feel now almost every time there's a long rally, the Danes seem to be looking more and more comfortable, more relaxed. And the Germans are looking sort of edgier.
Back level. What an extraordinary comeback
15
by Astrup
all.
and Rasmussen.
Mark.
That's not even close, that's way long on the back line. Have to think about the drift.
And that's the thing that's so hard to do when you're stressed and you're out of position and you're thinking about the score. Or
That's great commitment from Seidel.
Over. 16,
Launching himself
15.
towards the net. Take a look at this one. Look! Desperate to keep the shuttle going down. That's wonderful play.
yeah, that's really well read there by Marvin. Great move.
Yeah. Dominating the net when he gets there, Seidel.
17, 15.
And that's the thing, I just think his serve is proving such a problem because it's not a bad return, it's not. But there, he's hit the gap and then they're all over him. The Germans are over the Danes. The Danes are just struggling when Marvin's serving in the first 3 or 4 shots.
Another good serve. But that's gone long.
Serves over. 16, 17.
Oh, that is superb. Oh, well, they're challenging.
Marvin Seidel challenges call in.
It was Kim there that made a very impressive move. He read it, made a move, then he put the pressure on and then the Danes had the advantage. But, I mean, it's too hard to say if this was in or out. It was so close. What are you going for, Jill? Do you think it was in or do you think it was out?
Yeah, well, it's too late for me to say that. Should have asked me earlier.
Successful.
Sorry.
1 challenge remaining. 17 all.
17 all.
Play.
Oh, that's a good shot. Lovely, lovely play from Rasmussen.
18.
Yeah, that was a
17.
fantastic shot from Anders there. This is the only thing, though, with the Germans are pushing everything in the middle now, which allows them to be opened up. I mean...
They can't push to the back, though, because they've been hitting long.
But, I mean, in the corners, at the moment, a lot of it's going central, which allows the Danes to create the angle. And in that rally, that's what Anders... I mean, don't get me wrong, Anders hit an incredible shot. But the Germans are almost allowing them to do that, whereas if they're hitting a corner and then splitting sides, because they're such big guys, they've got everything covered. Looks like Marvin is hitting it incredibly hard because every time Marvin's hitting an attacking shot here, it looks like they're just struggling.
Yeah, dangerous to try and hit through Marvin Seidel.
But that was really, really, really good for Marvin here. Really, really impressive. And at that time as well, such a big point in the first game.
Yeah, it's 2 game point opportunities now, having won the last 3 points. Drive defence again, an opening game to the reigning European champions, Lamsfuss and Marvin Seidel.
20
big thing there. As soon as they got the Danes in trouble, both of them chasing forward like, you know, kind of two bulls, as it were, as in they had no interest if the Danes could lift.
So opening game, 21-18 in 19 minutes.
A little down under, and they move forward. This is like, and then they move forward, and then they just block it and win the ball.
Yeah.
One time.
We earlier push and then just stay.
Vi kommer i gang nu her, ikke? Det her, nu ved vi herovre. At vi skal frem på banen, fordi vi kan ikke stå og løfte herovre. Vi løfter ud af banen.
Det er ikke fordi, at de bare kan stå og det heller.
Nej, overhovedet ikke. De kan ikke stå det. Vi får masser af fart herovre. Men vi er frem, lægge af, prikke og følge frem. Vi ved, at man træder frem i bæksen. Vi tager på en grund af den stil der. Ikke? Vi kommer mega godt i gang.
Ja, præcis.
Vi ved med at komme frem, vi ved med at nå retning. Vi kan ikke bare gå på autopilot og spille med catcher hele tiden. Ikke?
That's okay, but it's making it difficult in the return. It's like we return down to Anders, and he's really hard with his backhand. Yeah, when we have over here, then down there. Yeah. If we feel in trouble, at least. Yeah.
What do you think about also?
That's okay.
Cut 1, 20 seconds. Cut 1, 20 seconds.
It's going to be interesting how this game starts, because I think the Danes, you know, they did have quite a slow start in the first one, and they really struggled with Marvin's serve. And then as it went on, I think they became slightly more comfortable with it. But how this is going to start is going to be interesting.
Play. One love.
Yeah, double hit.
Service over. 1 all.
Oh, yes. Well taken at the front of the court again.
Service over.
Seidel.
2, 1.
Yeah, good smash.
Service over.
Couldn't react in time.
2
Mark Lamsfuss.
all.
Oh, clever. Right in between the two German players.
3, 2.
Yeah. Very, very short. I don't think he needed to be that
4,
close to the line. That
2.
was a little risky, wasn't it, Chris? I suppose he'd be full of confidence. But that was plumb on the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great shot from Kimber. I would agree with you. I think Marvin was in a lot of trouble, so he didn't have to be quite as perfect as that.
Well, Mark Lamsfuss getting caught
5,
in no man's land at the
2.
front of the court after the return of serve. Watch, he crouches down, look, he's on his knees. And then has nowhere to go. Can't move from there. Nice man, so Mark Lamsfuss. He's got to be a decent sort of a chap, because he has a pet Labrador, yellow Labrador called Luke. He's a member of my Labrador Lovers Club. Adam Hall, another one. He's got a black Labrador. Vitty Goose has got a fox red Labrador. I've got a chocolate Labrador. There we are. We've got our own little club.
5.
It's a bit of info that I've learned today. Now, Jill, do you have anything on Marvin? Any little trivia on him?
I do. His father,
4.
Raymond
5.
Seidel. I have 2 fun facts about him, actually. His father was captain of the Austrian under-23 national basketball team. It's no wonder he's a tall lad. And the other thing is that his father worked out an algorithm
4.
in physics with Kirkpatrick, and it's for computing the convex hull of a set points in a plane. Now, we were talking to our sound man, Stuart, before we were doing our matches, and he was a maths teacher. Anyway, he's going to explain it all to us later. He's researching it for us.
7.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous for that conversation.
Well, your mother was a maths teacher, wasn't she?
Yeah, she might be able to handle it. I'm not sure I can. I might have to give her a call and ask her what's being said.
Yeah, so Germans, very interesting backgrounds. Certainly Marvin Seidel.
Yes. Service over. 5-7.
You know, sometimes we get caught up in how important it is in when the scores are close at 17 all, 18 all. But, you know, I think this is quite a crucial time in this match.
I would definitely agree, because if the Germans can make the Danes feel uncomfortable, it just increases the stress on them.
Oh, very nearly got it back.
I have to say credit to Kim and Anders, because the way they started the match, they didn't really look too phased. They started poorly, but they really have turned it around from, you know, 11 in the first to the way they came back in that game, and now the way they're playing it. It's very impressive, but this is why, you know, they're 7 in the world.
Oh, yes. Well, I can see what Lamsfuss was trying to do, trying to get it past Rasmussen at the front of the net into the mid-court area, but it was simply too loose.
But yeah, it was a great shot from Kim, because he gave him nothing. He gave Mark absolutely nothing to play with there. So then Mark had to create, and he had to think, and he almost had too much time, so he played totally the wrong shot.
10-5.
Yeah, you know, I thought at 5-4 we were entering an important phase, and it seems that the Danes have got the better of that phase.
Over. 6-10.
Just after winning that point on that net cord, and then it just had a little bit of momentum, a couple of points, and then they've just stretched the lead.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from Rasmussen. He won't be happy with that.
Especially as he did so well in that shot there. He did brilliant to get that, and then he had the easier one, and he's, you know, he's frustrated himself.
Oh, my goodness. Indecision. Oh. best rally of the match so far.
11-7 interval.
And it means that the number 7 seeds go into the mid-game interval with an 11-7 advantage here in the second game. Oh, I would have left that.
Når vi laver en god retur, eller hvor vi lægger den der, jamen, eller vi lægger den af, jamen, så udfordrer den tilbage, eller skubber lige forbi os. Så netmanden, han skal op og lukke den helt kort, og så skal den anden op bag.
Finde den prikfart der, så vi kan træde ind.
Ja, lige præcis. Træeren prikfart, men det gør også...
31, 20 seconds. 31, 20 seconds.
Ja, okay. Yes. Så bare så...
11-7. Play.
So a 4-point advantage for the Danes. Are we heading for a third and deciding game for a second consecutive match? Oh, a clash of rackets. That didn't sound too healthy.
12-7.
Short. Yeah. Left from Seidel. Too short. And it got what it deserved. Yeah, you can always tell how deep the lift has been. Look at the player who's about to hit the overhead shot. Look where their feet are. You could see that Rasmussen was nowhere near the double service line, let alone the back of the court. That's a good angle from Lamsfuss.
8-13. Out. Serves over. 14-8.
He does play the net area so well, doesn't he, Seidel?
14.
Yeah, it's a good inception here.
That was your forte, wasn't it? Reading the game at the front of the court.
It was indeed, yeah. I didn't want to put all the hard work in at the back, so luckily I had a partner that was very good at that, so I could just stay at the front.
Yeah, there he is again.
10-14.
And he doesn't hold back when he makes those interceptions, Seidel.
It's tough when Marvin intercepts because there's two big guys. It's so hard to get it away from them, and often that's what happens. You end up driving it back to them, and then there's another easy kill. Or in that situation, obviously, it was the first interception was so good the Danes couldn't get it back.
Serves over. 15.
You know, before
10.
the match started, Chris, I thought that it would be a real battle between Astrup and Seidel as to who was really commanding the front of the court. But in all honesty, I mean, I think Seidel was the deciding factor in the opening game. And we haven't really seen so many kills at the front of the court from the left-handed Astrup, have we?
I would definitely agree with you in regards to the first set. I think Marvin played very well. I think he possibly even played above his level. I think this set the Danes have controlled the game very well. They've defended better, shot selection, and I think the Germans have made just a few more mistakes. And I think the other big thing is the Danes are now definitely not struggling in the same way with Marvin's serve. They've managed to find a solution to it, and I think it's because Marvin's not done any flicks, so they're just all in on the return, as in they're not jumping the serve, but they're fully committed to the low serve.
Or service fault called on Lamsfuss, too high.
Service fault called too high. Service over, 16-11.
Difficult for us to tell. Nice idea, wrong execution.
17-11.
Just feels now that the confidence of Kim and Anders is really growing, and they're looking, you know, more and more confident, more comfortable. Just looks like the Germans are getting more stressed, more tense.
Yeah.
18.
3 points away from a third and deciding game.
I feel like the Germans have lost their rhythm slightly. They need to get it back. If they do lose this game, then they need to get it back before they start the third game.
Oh, they walked into that drive serve.
19-11.
Way long.
Over, 12.
Delaying the inevitable, I suspect. Mind you, we've seen players come back from an 11-19 deficit in matches before, so it's not impossible, not probable. No, nothing's impossible.
Definitely, and it takes a few points for the momentum again to shift, and then the pressure, the stress, the tension to change. And when that does, it's amazing how the match can almost, you know, spin on its head, as it were, as in it can totally change. I would say this is going to be tough now, but as you said, anything is possible.
Well, with Seidel serving, better chance for the Germans. Good play from Astrup. And 7 opportunities for the number 7 seeds from Denmark to level this first round encounter at 1 game apiece.
Service over, 14-20.
One game all, 21-14. The second game, the response from the Danes, Astrup and Rasmussen, after losing the opening game 2-18. So, after just under 38 minutes, it is 1 game apiece.
Vi vinder den for. Og så skal vi have deres forhåndsside med frem for deres bagside. Specielt når de slår alt, hvad vi kan dreje over mod den forhåndsside.
Ja, hvad skal hjælpe at vinde?
Ja, det er herover frem på banen, tryk den ned til den, og så tryk de her flade lidt ud mod. Jeg ved godt, at vi ikke bare kan trykke her. So
my hinterman goes out, or I go really short as the returner.
Yeah, okay. When he's serving?
When Anders is serving. Okay. You want to do a lot of sheepens on the sides of Anders or push on Kim's back.
Yeah, okay.
And then our Überspielung, just almost whenever you feel like. Because they are really good working for us.
Yeah.
When we get the attack, we have gone a little hard on Anders, but we want to get hard on Kim. A lot of these sticks down, and then we come forward. they are young somewhat like come forward. That's why the youth building is so important. Yeah. Just really trust it, and then we put up our defense now. Yeah. Just really, I want to get it over. Yeah. Ready, 100%. Yeah.
Maybe also take half a step back.
Yeah, fine.
Go into the
Yes, fine. We can do this. Yeah. Okay. Come on.
20 seconds. 31, 20 seconds. Final game. Love ball. Play.
So one game apiece. Third and deciding game to decide who goes through to the second round. Will it be the number 7 seeds, Kim Astrup and Rasmussen, or this German combination, Lamsfuss and Seidel? Oh, it's landed in. Now, Chris, you were saying towards the end of that second game that you felt that the Germans had lost their rhythm and they needed to refine that. How do you do that? How do you refine your rhythm?
Yeah, and it's a good question. It's not easy to do when it feels like things are going wrong, but you've almost got to, it's not that you elongate the rally, but you almost have to get a rally in, because a lot of those points in the end of the second game were quite short and sharp, and I think the Germans started to make a few more errors. Maybe they were going for too much. Kim actually fell over there.
And that's landed in as well.
But yeah, it's a case of, for me anyway, personally, I would try and play the full rally. It's like you get too caught up with trying to win the point. When you do that, you're forcing it, you're getting too tense, a bit of negativity starts to happen. You want to just play the full rally, the full, complete rally.
Yeah, that commitment when he goes forward at the net, Marvin Seidel, it's impressive. Once again, seems to launch himself towards the net. Full commitment, no holding back at all.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. He did so well in the first game, and he has so much confidence in Mark that if the Danes get it back, Mark will cover him, and it's exactly the right thing to do, because if he worries about the next shot, he can't fully commit, and if he doesn't fully commit, his brush, his kill, whatever you want to call it, will nowhere near be as good.
Turn of serve. That is superb from Rasmussen.
Yeah, that was a fantastic. I don't know if he's been hiding now. We haven't seen that yet. He saved it for the third game, but that was an incredible return. But it was the great block there by Kim. He's moving towards the shuttle and he's blocking, so he's taking it early, and it's great block, and then that's comfortable for Anders to put that away.
Just long. It all started with a very good flick serve. And I think Rasmussen even broke the strings of his racket. Yeah, strings have gone. Just as well, it landed long. Awfully early that was going to go wide. Lamsfuss. He stopped there, well aware it was going to go wide, but it wasn't as wide as I think he originally suspected.
I do feel Marvin's got to be a little bit careful in that situation because he's too big, in my opinion, to be crouching there. Because the shuttle's coming down at him, if he's, you know, a foot smaller, okay, maybe, but he's a tall lad. And to be crouching, the Dane's hit a good shot and he's taking it so low that he's trapping himself.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Absolutely.
So that's two quite cheap points there from the Germans. And it's going to be interesting how this point happens now. Will it be another tense point, or... Because you could see Kim grabbing the shuttle, he wants to play straight away.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Wants to get on quickly. Yeah. Yeah, the umpire feels they're taking too long as well. Taken with the drift, taking long of the back court.
It's a clever shot from Kim because in that situation he's off balance. If he hits a smash, he's going to get whipped, and it's harder to lift the end the Germans are. So I'll be hitting more drop shots to make the Germans have to lift.
Oh, string's gone. And Kim Astrup's racket. With that last defensive shot he played. 6-8. So their run of points ends at 4 straight points. Yeah, you can hear the different sound of the shuttle off the racket and the strings break.
Hey! This is a new John. Yes.
That's a great serve. I like the change of direction. Serving to the backhand of the left-hander.
I agree with you. Fantastic serve, but then once again, Kim, he's pushing up the court. He's taken that early. It's a good block, but then he's hit a block. And then Marvin, because he's struggling a bit with the drift, he's lifted out. If I was the Danes, I almost wouldn't be killing it. I'd be stopping it off to make the Germans be lifting because they're struggling at the moment to lift.
6 of the last 7 points now.
10-6.
To the number 7 seeds from Denmark. 4-5 down to 10-6 up.
Kim just missed that one because I think he had, as he showed after, he did a little replay of the shot he wanted to play, and he didn't move his feet, whereas the other blocks he did was so good because he stepped into the block, whereas that one he almost waited for the shuttle. You can't block when you're waiting for the shuttle.
So you've got to step into it.
100%, because otherwise the shuttle almost stops before it gets to you, and then your block goes up, and then it can be attacked or it won't even go over. You have to try and have some body weight or some momentum, some movement going forwards.
So, at the change of ends here in the deciding game, it's a 4-point advantage, 11-7 advantage to the number 7 seeds, Astrup and Rasmussen.
Det gør vi. Vi vinder for dem, og vi kommer fremad og lukker net og lukker mellembane. Ja. Og bliver ved med at gøre det svært frem. Ja. Ikke? Det er det, der vinder det her. Det er ikke lige snart, når nu foran, du ser en sidste boldparti her, så spiller vi en duel, så totalt passiv. Kom frem, prikke, spil den af og luk det. Ja. Det skal det svært. Anders, konge mellembane her.
Longer, like a bigger court. Yeah? Okay, we put them in. He's not allowed to do this anymore. Yes. Okay.
momentum, without question, with the Danes at the moment. So the Germans need a huge effort right now if they're to turn this around in their favour.
For me, it's definite that the Germans look a lot more stressed. And I think that's why they're just missing a few more, because the tension and the stress that they're feeling.
Oh, that's a great smash from Lamsfuss. What an angle.
Sets over. 8,
Stress because
11.
of the scoreboard stress, or stress because they're not playing the way they want to play?
I think both of them combined. And as you highlighted, the momentum took quite a big shift. And it just feels like all these little things add up. But they only need a few more points here to settle themselves, and then, you know, we're back to even. But can they do that, or will the Danes continue with their lead?
Speed of that rally. It was almost as if the Danes just went up a gear in that rally. Look at that. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, this shot here, I just think Marvin wouldn't miss that. You know, in training, he never misses that. But the tension in his arm, he's just a bit too tense. And when you're at the net, you have to be relaxed. Otherwise, you do miss hit it. You do miss time it.
Good rally. Brilliant. What a final smash from Rasmussen. Right in between the two Germans. And they both left it for the other.
I have to say right now, the Danes, I'm going to be honest, they've upped it a lot. The way they're playing, like Kim's making brilliant moves, they're moving around each other, Anders is doing his job so well, he is the workhorse at the back, and they're making the Germans question everything. And this is why at the moment, you know, the lead is growing.
Yeah, not a lot that Rasmussen could do with that net cord return of serve. It's all out attack, isn't it, from the Danes? Yeah, and they're getting through eventually. They're breaking down the defence of the Germans.
But that's the big thing. When you do get stressed with the attack, so here, you know, Kim is a bit stressed, but because exactly as you said, almost not every rally, but the majority of rallies the Danes have had the attack they've got through, you have the belief you're going to get through, and when you do, you find a way. And I mean, Anders, he's hitting it hard, he is, and the Germans are really struggling when Anders is attacking.
It's not just speed of shot, it's speed of movement, I think, that's so impressive from the Danes.
That shot there from Kim. Kim played only 2 shots in that rally, but both shots were phenomenal. And he set Anders up, and, you know, the way Anders is playing at the moment, he's not going to miss. And it is spiralling away from the Germans at the moment.
Yeah, I feel the Germans actually need to slow it down a little. They're getting drawn into these really fast exchanges. Yeah, there's the half smash and a block. Trying to do precisely as I alluded to, trying to slow it down.
16-9.
Again, it's a good decision from Kim. Kim's seen Marvin's chase in, so he just pokes it, and it's not Marvin's. It's gone past him. He's got to leave that for Mark. But at the moment, it's just a slightly clouded mind because it feels the stress.
Broken strings, I fear, for Lamsfuss, yes indeed.
9.
it's a big task now for the Germans. It really is, because the way the Danes are playing very well right now, and the Germans are struggling to find a solution. So they're making even more mistakes. They're making the wrong decision, but it's the Danes that are making them do this, as in make the wrong decision.
So an 8-point advantage. Double serve from Astrup.
Serves over, 10-17.
Look at the enthusiasm.
That's the big thing, as you said, look at the body language difference. The Germans, you know, they're looking stressed, they're looking out of ideas, and you've got Kim running around, grabbing the shuttle, you know, everywhere, so full of confidence.
10-point advantage restored. But not for long.
Another brilliant return. But is it a little too late?
De løfter ikke. Ja, vi vinder for dem. Høj! Høj! Ja, sådan her.
The strings are gone. No, maybe not. That's the change of pace that I was suggesting that the Germans needed. Slow it down.
13-18.
Because they're just getting drawn into the fast exchanges, and that was a beauty. And that's perhaps what they should have been doing a little earlier.
Okay, thank you.
Jeg har kryds. Hey, tag den her. Høj!
Got in each other's way. Oh, Astrup is challenging that. Now, I saw that as good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
How about you, Chris?
I'm pretty sure it was in. To be honest with you, I don't think Kim could have seen it, because I think Anders was kind of in the way. It might just be to regroup, regather themselves, because they've had a few points there that wasn't quite as smooth as the previous points. It might be that he honestly thought it was out. It's hard to tell, but I don't know if he could have seen it.
Yeah, it was clearly in.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 14-18.
So 4 straight points. They've halved the one-time 8-point deficit.
Play.
Couple more points now, and this will be very interesting. Yeah, he finds the gaps well, does Rasmussen.
I think Marvin knew there, it's just the wrong shot there. That's the wrong shot, because then it's a great shot from Anders, don't get me wrong, but then Mark has to cover the whole court. He's almost got to accept there that Kim's hit a great shot and he's got to lift and start again.
Two points away from the second round for the Danes, Astrup and Rasmussen. Oh, that's clearly it's match point opportunities for the number 7 seeds from Denmark. 6 match point opportunities, to be precise. Oh, that's landed in.
It's quite amazing how we think back to the very first game when it was 11-3 or 11-4. You know, it was
11-3.
11-3, and it was very comfortable. We didn't have any rallies. It was almost destruction derby. And if you think how the Danes turned that around to the level they've played at in this final game, very impressive.
16-20.
Well.
17.
3 match points have come and gone.
Ja. Sådan her. Tænk på, hvordan de har det.
Best time. And Astrup and Rasmussen, the semi-finalists from 2 years ago here at the All England Championships, they beat the reigning European champions Lamsfuss and Seidel in 3 thrilling games. 21-17 in the deciding game in a match lasting exactly 1 hour.
Kim Astrup, Anders Rasmussen, 18-21, 21-14, 21-17.
Umpire just confirming the whole scoreline. This the 4th match point opportunity. Well converted in the end, and it was the all-out attack that they had used so well in this deciding game that saw the Danes through. Yeah, they'll be pleased with that. Yeah, the roar from Rasmussen. So, confirmation of the scoreline: 18-21, 21-14, 21-17 in the deciding game, and Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen safely through to the 2nd round.
Kommer du fra Bornholm? Nej. Nej, det gør du ikke. Det gør du ikke. Det er ikke en accent. Jeg har boet herovre i 5 år nu. Så har du mistet din accent. Det kan det godt være. Godt spillet. Tak.
Can I get a racket?
No, I'm sorry.
Can I get a broken racket? I don't have any broken rackets.
You could buy one of these in.
Oh, yeah.
Best.
So welcome back to Birmingham, day one of competition at the YONEX All England Championships. 8 matches have been concluded on our show court. 2 more to come, and next up it is the defending champion, in fact 2-time champion. He's been in the final for the last 4 years. Victor Axelsen, the reigning world and